everybody, it's Kim here from Kyms Homestead here in Victoria with you once again. Well, I've had a few people asking me what I have on a keto diet. How do I prepare the meals and what I'm eating? So I thought I'd put together a week's worth of videos, a week's worth of meals for you, so you can see for yourself just what I have on an average weekly keto meal. Some of the large meals that you'll see there, yes, I have them for lunch the next day and sometimes for a couple of days. And that saves me cooking. Anyway, let's get on with it. A week's worth of keto. So I start the week off with strawberry parfait. Then I make some nice blueberry muffins, which turned out very nice, very fluffy, and the rest of them I've actually got in the freezer. So now we're going to have some steak and lashings of butter. It's actually cooked in the pan with some tin foil over the top and oven baked for about 30 minutes. And there I go there, opening up the packet, and there's some beautiful steak pieces there. I managed to pick up from the local supermarket on a good special. Even though I had some in the freezer, but it was frozen and this was already thawed, so I thought I'd go with this on this day. Isn't that a beautiful piece of steak? And here we go. This is tomorrow's lunch, or maybe even tea. I don't mind having it cold. Pop that bag over there. And what are we going to do next? Oh, yep, that's it. Bring it up where you can see it. Now we've got to season it with a little bit of black pepper. Come on, hurry up. There we go. Yep, tap the bottom. The top gets a bit clogged. I'll give it a good smash. That's away. And some paprika. There we go. Lash it on there. Good stuff. Yeah, tap the bum. That's it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Get it on there. That's the way. That'll give it some good flavour. Well, tired hand, change hands. You got enough on there, old girl? Yep, okay. Time to put the tin foil top on and put it into the oven and bake at about 180 for half an hour. Right, now it's time to start the veggies. And tonight, delectable feast, we have asparagus. I love asparagus. Makes my pee stink. There we go. Now, the reason I'm snapping it rather than cutting it, by snapping it, you can feel where the tough bits in the bottom are, and where it breaks, it's all tender asparagus spear from there. And then all the tough old bits just get thrown out into the rubbish or composted. At the moment, unfortunately, mine's going in the rubbish. There we go. See, you snap right at the joint where it's from stringy to nice and tender. Now all the scraps used to go into my chooks. There we go again. But I don't have the girls anymore. They've gone to a nice farm. So, and as I'm moving soon, it's no good getting that compost heap any bigger because I won't be here to tend it. So, unfortunately, it all just goes in the rubbish. There we go. Now that's the asparagus. And we'll throw some nice green beans in with it as well. Oh, that one's a bit yuck. Oh well, chop off the bad bit, she'll be fine. There we go, top and tail them, chuck them in. That's a way. Now I find with the keto diet, you tend to, at the beginning of the diet, you tend to eat a lot more because your body is still very carbohydrate rich, and therefore it is basically living on carbohydrates and trying to store fat. So, but a few days into the diet, you'll find you're eating less and less and less as time goes on. It's gotten to the point at the end of the week now where I really actually have to force myself to eat anything. Otherwise, the thought of food just makes me sick, actually. So this is when you're getting into ketosis. And this is where your body is burning fat for fuel rather than carbohydrates. So here we are, top and tailing the green beans. And we're nearly done now. Come on, greedy guts. That'll do ya. And there we go. That's it. There we go. All done and dusted. Yep. So many for tonight and so many for tomorrow. Yep. No bad bits in there. That's good. Righto, put it in the cooker and get it over with. That's it. Clean up your mess. In the rubbish. That's it. Scoop her in the bin. Way to go. Now I'm just using my rice cooker here to steam the vegetables. Well, there's my big glass of water. Yep, I'm still working on those skills. Right, we'll organise this and get back to you shortly. Oh, no, it won't open from there, so we have to go around to the other side. Nope, won't open. There we go. You'll get it now. That's the way. Right, slip that steamer in there. The only thing with this steamer, I found the basket a little hard to get out when it's hot. Turn her on and program it around to steam. This is just a steamer I picked up from Aldi. I think it was only about $50. Right, next night. Hang on. No, this isn't the next night. It's the same night, you silly twit. Right, there's our asparagus and beans. And we've got to have a bit of a smattering of butter over the top. And push it on. Now for our steak. And there we go. Beautiful. And yes, I like a well-cooked steak. If it's red, it's mooing. And there we go. That's our tea for tonight. We've got steak, asparagus and beans. Absolutely beautiful. And it was delicious. Right, here's the next night, and there's our glass of sparkling water. And tonight we're pretty much going to have the same sort of thing. And once again, see, we're snapping the asparagus, snapping all the tough, stringy bits off the bottom. Whoop, nearly put the stringy bit in. You can usually feel where it's going to bend and where it's not. Yep, see that white bit? That's what you don't eat. That's as stringy and chewy as anything. Right, tonight with our asparagus, we're going to have some broccoli. Lovely. I don't mind a little bit of cold broccoli for lunch the next day. So I'm going to pretty much cook up this whole head. Cold veggies, so I've got a little bit of cold ham in the fridge. Nice breakfast, nice lunch the next day. And just break it into small florets until it won't break anymore. all steams down very nicely in the steamer. There we go. The big head I just cut into 3. Break it up and pop it in. Just on top of the asparagus it'll do. Oh, we're going to have some beans too. Okay, you greedy old thing. Well, they're in there. They've got to be eaten through. Doesn't matter if they're cold. They make a good snack too. I must have been feeling exceptionally hungry that day. And once again, into the rice cooker it goes. That rice cooker does a pretty darn good job of steaming things. I'm very pleased with it. And there we go. After about 20 or so minutes, the steamer's done. Yep, it's hot. Don't touch. So now we get out a few of those veggies. Bit of broccoli, couple of beans. Whoop. Yep, there we go. Now we can unload it. There's a good plate of veggies there. Lovely. And a couple of small pieces of steak. Good dollop of butter to go with it. Maybe just a bit more. Only very small pieces of steak and they're very thin, so 2 pieces was just nice. Yep, good stuff. Well, the next night I'd been in at the hospital all day, so I wanted something quick and easy for tea. So I decided to just do some chicken fillets in the air fryer, and this is probably where I picked up COVID the first day in at the hospital. Anyway, so I cut them into fillets. I just flatten out the piece, and the little tail that's normally comes with the chicken breast fillet, I just cut that off, cut it into strips and pop it in a dish so that it can be cooked in the air fryer. And of course I'll season it before it goes in there as well. And this way there's plenty there to have with a light salad or something for tomorrow, or even for the next night's tea, depending on whether I get a chance to or not. There we go. We're going to salt, a little bit of salt. Very simple seasoning tonight. A little bit of pepper. Can't go wrong with salt and pepper. You've got to have the fat, and of course my fat of choice is butter. Just a little dob. Just gives it that nice rich flavour. Maybe a bigger dob. Oh, we're having a bit of paprika here as well. That's it, give it a bash. Bit harder, give it a good bash. There we go. And of course, why get a new piece of foil when the old one will do? So I just pop that tin foil on top, stop it from burning and drying out, and into the air fryer it goes. So here we are, we're going to have a nice salad with the chicken tonight. Start off with a few nice carrots. These are store-bought carrots, not my own. Mine. And here we are cutting them up into little pieces. And I'll be probably cutting them into matchstick type pieces to go in the salad. I find those are really good bite-sized pieces to have. Not so big that you choke on. And with that, we'll have some nice multicoloured tomatoes, cherry tomatoes, and some celery. Now, I don't know about you guys, but I don't particularly enjoy the stringy bit at the back, so I tend to peel mine. And I'm just going to chop it all up to go into the salad as well. Just gives that salad a nice fresh crunch. And here we have some little cucumbers. I think they call them mini munches. They're a small Lebanese cucumber and I find them quite refreshing. But yeah, I don't eat the tops or the bottoms of them, so they went in the bin. And of course, what's a salad without a bit of onion? Noisy bugger. So, there we go. We're going to chop up all that onion. Give the salad a little bit of heat. Come on, don't get too fussy, old girl. Yep, you may as well chuck the rest of them tomatoes in. Now we've got some capsicums, some nice red capsicums. They're a beautiful sweet addition to any salad. Now this salad should last for nearly a week, so that'll be nice. I'll be able to just pull a bowl full out when I want it, whether I'm getting home late or I feel like cooking or whatever. It's good to have on hand. Roll it all up like a big fat burrito. Chop it up. There, watch your fingers there, you silly old thing. Otherwise you'll be having salad and fingers for lunch. There we go. In it goes. And we'll throw in some spinach to go with it. Give it a quick chop. And we've got some nice walnuts to go in with it. Gives it a nice little addition. And if I had some apples, if I was allowed to eat apples, I would have chucked a bit of them in too. I like the apples in my salad, especially with walnuts. But I'm not allowed to have them at the moment, so we'll have to do without the apples. Right, now we'll put the lid on. Give it a good rattle and shake. Come on. That's it, shake that baby. There we go, done. And there we go, one tossed salad. And we've got a little bit of crumbled feta cheese to go in on top. Just to finish it off and give it a hit of protein. Beautiful. Give it another shake in. Right, now the chicken should be just about done. And yep, there it is. So, chicken and salad for tea tonight, and probably for lunch tomorrow. There we go. And a nice dollop of good old mayonnaise on the top. There we go. Beautiful. All set to go, and another night's dinner's done. Well, tonight we're just going to have breakfast for dinner. These are some of friends' duck eggs. They're the last of the duck eggs, and they were absolutely beautiful. And I'm nearly on the last of my own chook eggs. So once they're gone, there won't be any more. So that will be a shame because they are absolutely beautiful. So much more flavour than in a store. And we'll season this with a little bit of salt and pepper. Put the lid on. And now we wait for low carb bread to pop up in the toaster. And Mr. Barney Trouble is just telling me he's wanting his tea. And we're just about done. Sunny side up with the yolks lightly cooked. Beautiful. And low carb bread to have on our toast. Up on there. I like mine reasonably well cooked, so yes, they had to go back in a little bit. And there we go with a good dollop of butter on the bread. put that over there for later. And to go with this tonight, there's a nice little bit of bacon. Yeah, it's stuck a bit to the bottom. That's half the fun, getting all the crispy bits out. Right, bit there for later. And there we go, bacon and eggs for dinner. Beautiful. Okay, time for the next night. So you turn on the stove top. And Mr. Trouble thinks he's going on my wheelie car for a drive. I think you're mistaken, Mr. Trouble. Here we're using a little bit of coconut oil to grease the pan a bit. That's already a bit melted, so no need to scoop it out tonight. Okay, so yes, I got a bit distracted and yeah, let the oil get just a little bit hot there. So after turning that right down, tonight we're going to have some chicken legs and no, it's not chicken legs, it's pork chops. I'm on the wrong night. Pork chops. And I'm pretty sure we're going to have the pork stroganoff for tea tonight with beautiful pork chops. Now this is a pig that I recently got from a friend, and it was only just processed not so long ago. So my freezer is once again full of pork, and it's really, really nice to have. Unfortunately, the chops are a little thin. I would like them much thicker than they are, but beggars can't be choosers. Next time I'll ask them to cut it a bit thicker. And here I'm just spreading a little bit of garlic over the pork chop. Not much, just a smidgen. Just enough to get some of that flavour in there. Just smooth it in with the back of the spoon there. Yep, I use the minced garlic. I find that's pretty easy. And here I have the salt and pepper all done, mixed up in a little one of them small jugs. So I just poured it out in my hand so I could sprinkle it on as needed. I've got a little bit left in there for the other side. Put the lid on and try and keep that moisture into the pork chop, and it will self-steam and cook reasonably well. And there we go. A little bit of time has gone past, of course, and it's time to turn the chops. It's getting a little bit of colour in them, looking very good. And turn the stove down a bit and put the lid on. Hang on, I forgot to season them. Right, just to add a little bit of seasoning to this side. There we go, and now we'll put the lid back on and let them finish steaming. Right, all done now, nicely cooked. It's time to take them out of the pan. There we go, we'll drain off any excess fat. We don't need all of it. There we go. And some more butter. Licking the old fingers. It's lucky it's me just eating it, eh? Bit more butter. Now as we add some cream. And it doesn't want to come off. I really don't want to flick cream everywhere. Nope, it's not coming. Grab a spoon. That's it. Darn thing had a vice like, who knows. There we go. Mix all those juices in before they go boil away. And we'll add some chopped mushroom. Turn down the heat a little bit. It was a bit hot, boiling too much. So I think at this point I decide to put a little bit of almond milk in, just to give it a bit more liquid. Now you can either use milk, water or stock for this if you want. I chose a bit of milk because I'd already put the cream in. Now the mushrooms were semi-dry, so they would take up a reasonable amount of that liquid. Now it's time to put the chops back in. No, what else have I got there? Oh, some carrots. Yep, throw them in there. They were tomatoes, not carrots. And I think we've got some parsley flakes there. Now it's time to put the chops back in and let them finish cooking on top of the juices. Yep, get all that good stuff in there. Don't waste any of it. Oh, look at the state of that stove. With all the fat splattering around, it needs a good clean. Now here's where I decided I found half a zucchini in the fridge. So I decided I may as well chop it up and put it in with the leftover bits and add a bit of greenery to it, besides the parsley flakes that I put in there, and a bit more nutrition to the pot. You know how quick zucchini goes off in the fridge. Right, just tuck it down inside the liquid there. And then I'll put the top on and let it steam its way until it's cooked. And there we go. Right, now it seems that tea's ready. So we'll just bring it over. Always lift this lid out the way from you because it gets very, very hot. I've got my carer actually staying for tea tonight, so this is why I've got 2 big chops. Now you don't need any extra veggies and whatnot with this. It's got everything all in it. Got mushrooms, tomatoes, zucchini, cream, milk. Beautiful. And trust me, this is more than enough. There's no way I could get through all of it. I pretty much left half of it. It was just so filling. I'm finding that with this diet, what I used to be able to eat, I just can't. It just won't fit, which is a good thing, because I was a bit of a dunce. And there we go. Doesn't that look beautiful? What? You've been fed? Yes. Don't even think you're going out, because you're not. Eh? Tell you what, you're going to have to get used to being inside, kiddo. Yes, you will. Eh? Yes, you will. Yes, you will. Hey, my boy. Yes. Oh, here's my boy. So tonight it's going to be chicken legs with a curry and the cashews. So that's what's for tea tonight, and I'm having it over the cauliflower rice. Now, after eating the cauliflower rice, I think I had about 1 bite of it. Now, it's not cauliflower, and it's definitely not rice, but it's something awful. So I won't be trying that again. It was absolutely disgusting. So here I am putting it up in the microwave and just checking on the legs. Nearly time to turn them over. Starting to get a little bit of colour to them. I think it's at this point I decide to put a little bit of water in the pan to let them cook, steam rather than fry. and my tongs decide to go all skewiffy and play up on me. Makes it a bit difficult to turn things over when they decide to work sideways. So yep, here we go with the water, and we'll just let them steam until they're nearly done. So after about 20 minutes, they've just about cooked all the way through, and I have turned them probably a couple of times. As you can see, they're now starting to fall apart, and these tongs are getting really difficult now. Time to throw them out and get a new pair, I think. So here I've already put the sauce in. I must have thought I caught it, but I didn't, obviously. And my cauliflower, not rice, goes back up in the microwave to heat up, and it'll heat up and turn into the mush it was. It was horrible. The next bit I thought I got for you dishing it up, but unfortunately I didn't. Sorry. Well, there we have it, guys. A week's worth of keto. I hope you've enjoyed some of these recipes. I know I did. Now, on a more sombre note, my brother passed away only a few days ago. So he did try and hang out to his 70th birthday. He'd reached it, and he actually got a little past, or nearly 2 months extra. He was hanging out for Christmas, but didn't quite make it. And while I was in the hospital with him on his final hours, unfortunately, after all these years of missing it, I picked up COVID. So I actually had to go to hospital to pick up COVID. This is the first time I've had it. And yeah, I'm fully vaccinated, and I only got a small dose, but it was enough to send me for 6. So I hope you guys will understand, but I'm going to take this time over Christmas not posting videos or anything. I'm going to take this time to reflect, recover, bury my brother, and mourn. So please, guys, have a good Christmas and have a very safe New Year, because I would like to see each and every one of you back again in the new year when we start off in 2024. All right. So this is it from me for 2023. Bye, guys.